Hi everybody to another SciCraft episode. So today I want to start the episode at the Nether quarry to check on the progress. Quarry has been running for, I don't even know exactly, I think 3 weeks or so, maybe a few days more. And as you can see here, the walls and the stations on both sides that push the quarry down. We've made quite some progress. So when we started, so this flying machine was just under the bedrock, and currently we're at layer 84. So there's still a lot work left to do, so we still have to mine over 70 layers, and the fortress would just start in about 15 layers, so haven't even reached the fortress yet, and then it's still 30 layers to go until the lava lakes start, so yeah, it's gonna take over 2 months still. And I have to admit, patience is not my biggest virtue, so yeah, for my taste this takes way too long. Of course, we knew before that it would take that long, but still, it's painfully slow. So if we ever do that again, we definitely look into making the quarry faster somehow, which would require more manual effort. But yeah, if you could halve the time that the quarry takes by doing a little more effort, then I think it's still worth it. Let's also check on the amount of items that we gathered so far, or the quarry gathered so far. So we should have over 1 million netherrack by now. Last time we checked, we had 900,000. And let's see, yeah, that's 1 million. Almost 1.2 million nether bricks by now. So the furnace array has been running day and night. Let's actually try to get some empty shulker boxes and bring those back to the furnace array spawn. It makes our charcoal. Yeah, my flying skills haven't improved since the last episode. Also, we have a little bit of lag. It's kind of hard. At least I'm not dying. Okay, yeah. You can see here, we're all filled with charcoal. You have to replenish them from time to time. Okay, so let's head back to the spawn area. I also want to quickly recap what I've been doing the last week since the last episode. It's been mostly some boring stuff, maintenance work, and just stuff that takes several hours and has to be done, but it's not something you could make a video about it. So what I did was clean up a lot of storages. So the first one was at spawn. We had an iron ingot storage, and put everything into shulker boxes and stored them here at spawn. So the reason why I cleared up the storage was there were about 150 hoppers behind those chests. And whenever we could get rid of hoppers in the spawn chunks, we definitely take the chance, since they cause a little bit of static lag, and we take every performance improvement that we could get. I did the same at the furnace array area. So previously we had a whole wall of double chests. They're filled with smooth stone, put everything nicely into shulker boxes, and did the same on the other side. Still have some double chests left, just remove the hoppers in the back. Also, this is a project for a future episode. We want to rework our stone supply. I also terminated a huge storage at our giant mob farm at spawn, so we had storage for about 2 million items in total. Again, I put everything into shulker boxes, but not the rotten flesh and the arrows. I just let those items despawn, because there's, to be honest, no really use for them. And we probably also build a new mob farm soon, because this one is severely broken because of the item physics changes in the last versions. The bottle storage at our guardian farm also got an upgrade, so instead of having hundreds of double chests, we just have a few, and we put in the water bottles into shulker boxes. This, by the way, our AFK bottle water filling system. We just have a fast clock, and we hold down right click to fill up all those bottles that we get dispensed. So we need those bottles for the potions of harming that we use to kill the guardians while we AFK. So just stand here AFK, and we throw potions through this hole to kill the guardians. And the potions are dispensed to us every few seconds. I'm also starting on reworking the guardian farm storage here. It's just a lot of repetitive work, and don't think it's suitable material to make an episode about it, but it still takes a lot of my time. We're also still suffering from the 1.9 and 1.11 changes. A lot of stuff is still broken on the server. And this was one of the more infuriating things. So we had this Minecart elevator built in 1.8, was broken in 1.9 because of translocation. Then I fixed it, and in 1.11 got broken again because translocation was removed. But now it's fixed once more. So this is a fast Minecart elevator, 11 meters per second, and something went wrong. Normally the ejector rail or activator rail should throw us out on the side. So this worked yesterday. Those stupid activator rails, really, every time they get fixed in every version of Minecraft, and they get worse and worse. So this worked the other day. It was ejected on top of the obsidian. I don't get it. For some unknown reason, it works now. So what I did is I removed the slab on top of the obsidian block on the other side, and now I'm getting ejected reliably on this side, which, I don't know, doesn't make much sense. But whatever, I want to show you something new that we made. So this is a station where we could turn our nether quartz ore into nether quartz while we are AFKing. So we use this fortune pickaxe, and then we just put some nether quartz ore in our offense slot and summon the dropper here, close the door, and now just need to hold down, let's see, that's the fortune X. Now we just have to hold down right and left click at the same time to break it, and the dropper would dispense a new item to you. So this way we could AFK. It's not super sophisticated, so we just have storage as much as the dropper can hold. So it's more like, yeah, we do it for 5 minutes on the side while doing something else, and then get back and fill it up again. Because we also don't need that much quartz, to be honest. And it's also not that easy to get in larger quantities. Okay, so this system here replaced our old system that we previously had. So before that we had dual wielding 1.9, we had this system over here. We would just AFK right here. And do we have one left? Yes, so we would AFK right here. And the blocks would be pushed into a cube shape that we broke afterwards for Fortune X. But yeah, this is not necessary anymore, this system, with the introduction of dual wielding. So the last part of the maintenance work I did in the last 2 weeks was fill up our storage again. So we always need a lot of resources for our projects. So I crafted a lot of pistons. So we almost have, 14 shulker boxes filled with pistons now. Then I brought over a whole lot of redstone blocks. We had a storage in the end that also got terminated. Then I made a lot of chests, because now we need chests all the time for hoppers, especially shulker boxes, etc. Made some new repeaters, made a few comparators, and so on. Also made a lot of observers. Then I crafted a lot of stuff for the new big project that we need. In total we need almost 500,000 blocks there, and most of them need to be crafted. So yeah, that was what I did the last weeks. Not very exciting, but somebody has to do them. I also got some help from the other SciCraft members with that stuff here. I also want to start a new project in this episode. So this is the Patreon hall that I built a few episodes ago. And I mentioned it back then, I left some space here on the side for a 5x5 piston door. Okay, so now we need a 5x5 piston door. Of course, it could go the easy way. YouTube is filled with great 5x5 piston doors. I could just copy one of those. But I had a special piston door in mind. So one that could be activated by using a flint and steel on the side of an observer. And you should be able to do that coming from both sides. And I didn't find anything on YouTube that would quite do that. The closest piston door to what I had in mind was a 4x4 door by Peter Jiang. But it was also not exactly what I wanted. So first of all, it's a 4x4, which is totally not acceptable. I mean, I need an odd number of blocks here. Everything here is odd numbered, uneven. So couldn't do a 4x4, definitely not. Had to design my own piston door. And you need to know that I've never ever done a piston door before. Never. Not even a 3x3 or 4x4, nothing. Not even one of those easier doors, you know, those ISO doors, or what are they called, vault doors or something like that. Never. No piston door. Technically, probably I made a 2x2 piston door after a few weeks after starting playing Minecraft, but that doesn't even count. Anyway, so I sat down for 8 hours and made my own 5x5 piston door that could be activated by observers. I'm quite content with the result. It's definitely not as compact as you could make it, so I just started and finished it and didn't worry about the size much. I'm quite content that it works. And yeah, so I'm gonna make a little time lapse now, put it up on the server, and then you can judge if I did a good job on it. Okay, so this is it. Took me 1.5 hours to build this 5x5 door. I used the schematica mod as always with redstone projects to build it layer by layer. So it displays the blocks for me that I need to place. So the only thing you need to do is then be careful that you don't activate parts of the door with placing observers, etc. And now, moment of truth. I hope it works. Okay, let's activate this door. And this worked fine. So let's go through. And it automatically closes as well, and that is weird. Or does it just happen? I'm not quite sure. Let's try it again. Because there's one block stored down there. I guess they get exchanged all the time. Yeah, I guess I need to store another diamond block bottom so it closes properly. But apart from that, I think this is quite a cool door. So the opening time is quite fast. It's about 2 seconds. I didn't really measure it, but also the closing is quite fast. Then once you went through the door, closes after you. So this is perfect. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll don't do that with diamond blocks, because those get swapped all the time. So in case you're wondering how this works, so by using the flint and steel you create a fire block in the air directly in front of the observer, which gets immediately removed again. The observer detects that, and then this observer below would detect the observer above, and then it would activate a sticky, this is a normal piston with a cauldron below. Basically the cauldron gets pushed out of the way. On the other side we also have a cauldron for the other observer pair at the top. It's also, and then we basically have an AND gate. And yeah, whenever we activate one of those, then the whole piston sequence starts. And then I want to have an option to automatically close the door again. So I have a little comparator pulse extender at the bottom, so it would close again after 3 seconds. One challenge was definitely to manage the observer blocks that activate the door, so they don't activate any components while they're getting moved around. So this was definitely a challenge and has to be timed perfectly. And apart from that, I really like this door, so it's exactly what I wanted. I can also take a look at the redstone a little bit. It's probably better to show this in creative, but it's also night. I'll sleep and then I'll show you the redstone. Okay, so this is the door from the top. You can see the total size of the door. So on both sides sticking out by 5 blocks. I'm quite sure some experts could do this more compact. As I said, now I have 8 hours of lifetime experience designing piston doors. And there's some guys that have been obsessing over piston doors for hundreds of hours. I'm quite sure they could make this more compact. But anyway, I'm quite happy with this door, how it turned out. Not sure what I should tell about the redstone. A lot of pistons get powered just at the right moment, more or less. And you just have to get the timings right, etc. So it's no witchery or anything. Okay. I'm also not sure if I maybe should make a tutorial on this door. So I'm super happy how this turned out, but on the other hand I also know that you could, if you spend more hours on it, make it more compact. So I'm torn apart. Maybe let me know if you want a tutorial. I would be happy to do it, because it's my first piston door and I guess I should make a separate video on it, even if somebody could do a better job on it. Anyway, so here in the Patreon room, and I got to add some new names, so I'll do that next. I also added the new Patreons to the Patreon house. We got Delfster with $10, Xorana Xora with $10, Rocky Avalon with $10. Then over here we have Toby Bennett $5, Eckhol with $5, and then we have Octobite with $25, Markus Virostek with $10. And last but not least, we have Pumpkin Vision also with $25. So thanks to all the Patreons. I want to build the Patreon status in 1.12 because a lot of the colors will change with the wool, and I also want to use the new concrete blocks. So the plan is now to build an elevator here that goes down to the statue hall, which will be quite huge, so there's a lot of digging left to do. And then as soon as 1.12 arrives, I'll build up the statues. Also prepare everything meanwhile in creative, so I just need to copy it over. Okay, so thanks a lot for watching, have a nice day, bye bye!